All right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here. I am the average gaming dad, and we're back on Madden's franchise. It's nice to be putting out content consecutive days. Feels good to be gaming, feels good to be having fun. Happy 2025. But yeah, so last stream we just did the off season. It was relatively eventful, I guess. Um, we didn't really make any huge plays in the draft. There was a particular player that I really wanted that ended up going number one. I was willing to trade up to that number one spot, but the mock draft, the last mock draft, came out and said he was going to go at number three. And in previous uh, drafts, whatever the last mock draft, I think it's like mock draft five, whatever order it says in there, that's just how the CPU drafts. So I thought we had two picks before we needed to trade. We did not, and it ended up being a borderline generational left tackle, Artie Hogan, 83 overall as a rookie. He's insane. We checked. He's superstar dev. Uh, he's got 80 plus on pretty much every blocking uh, attribute you can have. He's athletic with 81 speed and 80 acceleration. Definitely, if as close to a generational talent as you can get. So we did not get him. So we ended up trading out of the number 8 pick that we had and ended up. So now next year we have 3 first round picks again. So if there is someone very enticing, we can move up the board. But outside of that, we'll just run through the roster heading in. Nothing changed from the QB perspective except for Pat Hutchinson is now making $60 million this year. He is the franchise QB. We had the 5th-year option for him, so we took it. We still have Joey Hawley, superstar X Factor. Absolutely insane that he went from a 64 overall to a 98 overall in 2 seasons. I think we drafted one of these guys. No, not quite. We did draft 2 wide receivers. We actually did draft the 2 fastest players in the entire draft, um, being Tavon Bartow and Cordell Lamb. So both rookies, neither of them exceptionally talented outside of their athletic abilities. Lamb being a 69 overall, nice, and Bartow, a 71 overall. So those guys will need some time to develop, but we have an elite level like track team in our wide receiver room. I think did we draft a tight end? Yeah, we drafted Brian Bradshaw. I think like in the 5th-ish round. Again, just looking at his physical attributes, like his speed, his relatively good height, a little small for a tight end, 6'3", but really fast, really athletic. So someone we can develop. We also, let's see, we went in free agency and signed Kingsley Sumaitai. Suamaitai. I'm gonna nail that eventually. So we signed Suamaitai in free agency. He is going to move to right tackle, and then Evan Neal, who is our starting right tackle, will now move to right guard. We have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Our lowest overall lineman starter is an 86. We have 290 plus offensive linemen. So really good stuff there. And then we also drafted a rookie as well, Mike Simmons. He ended up being a 74 overall. We drafted him in the latter part of the first round. He's pretty good. The other tackle that we wanted was an agile archetype, Simmons is a power archetype, still hidden dev, really strong, has a lot of power to his game, so he's definitely going to be good in the future, but just not quite as polished. Um, but still really, really good. Outside of that, we still have Ojolari. We still have Dakota Boss. I feel like we drafted this guy, Jared Waters. Again, just physical attributes, and I think he has like really good power moves or finesse moves, something like that. Yeah, 71 power moves to start is not bad. We also drafted a rookie, which I'm actually really excited about. Silas Rodriguez, only 69 overall, also very nice, but hidden dev, and he's a little weak, 84 strength, but 78 speed, 81 acceleration. At defensive tackle, he starts with 78 finesse moves, uh, and 80 hit power. He's 20 years old, and he's at least star or better dev, so he should progress really quickly, and I think we will use him as a focus player. If we can, once we get him into like that 75, 80 range, we may switch over from a 3-4 to a 4-3 to get this guy on the field, because he could be an exceptional talent, especially since he has, 2 or 3 extra years to develop in the NFL, being that he's only 20 years old. We still have Kayvon Thibodeau, Taylor Bowden had a breakout year last year, so we still have him, Okereke, and Simmons in at middle linebacker. We did draft this guy in like the 7th round. I think he was our last pick. He's fast-ish and has some cover ability. That's about it. Deacon Jones will probably see some more playing time this year. He was solid for us. And I think that about rounds it out. I think we drafted a safety, Brandon Bullitt. He's okay. He's an okay backup. And we moved Nick McLeod, who was playing as a backup safety. We just officially moved his position from corner to safety. We also signed Ryan Stonehouse as our new punter, and that is basically all that happened between free agency and the draft. Here we are. We have training camp. We'll sim through preseason. It's going to be a blast. I'm sure there's going to be some really stupid storylines that we'll have to get through. But the whole point is we are a 91 overall team. We are a 91 overall team, and you got to think, right, that this should be the start of a dynasty. We have so much talent. We have so much young talent as well, which is, I think, one of the more crucial aspects of that, right? Like, we have done a good job and invested a lot of time and energy into developing our players and training. We've developed a lot of staff points into making sure our players get developed, so on and so forth. So, all that said, we have all the players we need as long as we can manage the salary cap to really, truly become a dynasty. And I think, if we get, this is going to be our 5th season. And, if we go on to win 2 or maybe 3 more Super Bowls, I think we would be considered a dynasty. And then that would probably be the end of the Giants rebuild. And then we would look to maybe find a new team to take on and develop. But it's been a ton of fun. I love where the team is at. I love that we have, multiple. I don't think I've ever actually had a franchise where I've had 2, 99 overall players. Because typically when I've done franchises, because this is the first one I've ever streamed or made YouTube videos on, whenever I have done it, just in my own time, it's always just been like I win a Super Bowl or two in like the second season, and then I just move on. But for whatever reason, streaming Madden and doing these live has made it even more enjoyable for me and makes me want to go really, really deep into these franchises. So there's that. Trying to think what else we got going on. I don't know. Oh, yes, I did at the end of last episode. I did decide to make some changes to the sliders. I don't know how that will impact the play that we have on the field because I didn't do anything like I upped some of the penalties and made injuries more prevalent because fatigue is absolutely broken in this game the way it's implemented. Um, so fatigue is turned off, and so you just you just don't get injuries the same way that you would in in a re- in a regular NFL season. And I do want this to be relatively realistic. You also see a lot more penalties. In most games that we have, you have maybe a penalty a game, and in a regular NFL game, you could see, 2 or 3 holding penalties on a single drive sometimes. And yet, in the franchise, you only see like maybe one a game. So, that drill is weird. We're just going to continue. So we upped injuries. So we should see some more injuries. I think that will be impactful and actually add a lot of depth. Who do I want to do with this drill? I think it's going to be Graham. Yeah, because as weird as it may sound, I want to see more injuries just because if players aren't getting injured and if fatigue's not an issue, we need some way, like we'll just be guaranteed to win because we'll just have nothing but 99 overall players all over the field, and we'll just run all over everyone. So, by upping the injuries, by adding some more penalties, we should get a little bit more realism and also just a little bit of variety in who we're seeing on the field. Drafting for depth on your roster is going to be more important. So, should be fun. I'm excited to see how those play out. Hopefully, it doesn't impact the rest of the sliders the way the game plays too much, but we'll see. I think I just upped holding, offsides, and defensive pass interference, and what's the one like where you hit on the quarterback, whatever that one is. All right, so I think we still need to work on our offensive line. I guess we'll do the new rookie. Because I think if you get gold, it also counts as like Oh my God. I can't do the offensive line drills unless I change the starting QB. Like, what a. Is that the only one? Yeah, that's the only one I can do. 6. So that's a waste. So yeah, for some reason the offensive line drills are bugged, and you can only do them if you move your starting QB to a backup. Don't know why. But let's see. This will be a good way to get. Where's our new rookie defensive tackle? Silas Rodriguez. Let's see what the kid can do here. Should get him. Like I said, I think if you get gold, it counts as like. God, move. It counts as like 100 reps or something like that, so you get to see their dev trait faster, and you know, get a free upgrade point. These like little rotating, whatever they are, tires or something. It just makes absolutely ridiculous animations out of these. All right, chase and tackle. I think we could probably do with maybe Fields. He's pretty young. Star dev. Man, a lot of normal dev in these in our linebacking core. Okay, ready? Ah! Stuck! That's annoying. Instead of just like sliding off of him, he just kept running. Ah! He tripped. Let's see, what else happened in the offseason? I guess we did get new offensive and defensive coordinators. I don't really know how impactful that's going to be. We hadn't invested a ton of staff points into them. And just by virtue of hiring 2 new ones, we got like 100 something staff points, which we used on our offensive coordinator to get some offensive line buffs, because I'm obsessed with having an insane offensive and defensive line. I do still have kind of that, like, as a football fan, just that old school kind of mentality that, like, if you have a better offensive line and you have a better defensive line, you're just going to win more games. If you control the line of scrimmage, you're just going to win more games. That's why we have invested so much time and energy into developing what is guaranteed to be the best offensive line in football right now for sure. I guess we'll do the field goal one, and then that'll be out of these drills. This is also just one I need to practice anyway because I'm not great at kicking field goals. Although Sanders got some pretty good development this year. He was 90, like 85, 90-ish percent. I think he only missed, oh shit. See, I do dumb stuff like that. He only missed like 2 field goals the entire year. He was perfect on extra points. And you see, like, of course, we also won't be kicking field goals from outside the hash marks. So I don't know why Madden has us do this. It's kind of stupid. But I'm not even looking at the wind, so maybe a wind's playing a factor in these. I'm not sure. But I guess it's a good thing I'm practicing now. But I really don't understand why they would have us do drills where you're like outside the hash marks. It just doesn't make any sense. But I guess Madden's gonna Madden, right? So we don't get a gold. That's okay. We'll just get some free XP for the kicker. I think you still get you still get a skill point for silver. So we don't need to do rushing attack. I just and we don't really have any young people that we're trying to develop on the back end. So that'll be our training camp. All right, let's look at the storyline here real quick. I think I also have to return the text from my wife real quick. Hold on. Hey everybody, says now legendary head coach, Super Bowl winning Jeff Saturday. He said in February that we'd win the draft. We did not. We did not draft anyone 80 overall or above. You tell us what position. I mean, we drafted a good offensive lineman and we drafted 2 wide receivers. So, I mean, our best draft pick was the tackle that we drafted. What is this question? Okay. I guess I answered right. All right, so we get a morale increase of 15. That's really nice. All right, I need to step away for like 2 seconds. My wife is asking me if we have groceries for dinner. I have to answer. Okay, See, that didn't take long. Right, half cup of heavy cream. Okay. All right, so we did training camp. We have a morale boost. We're not going to do the strategies for the preseason because we just don't care. So let's just advance to the regular season. And let's try and get a game or two in. Hopefully get this dynasty started. All right. How did we do? Do we get to see the preseason? Oh, we do. We won all 3 games. Can we see the box scores? No. Okay. I'd like to take a look at the stats at least a little bit and just see if there was maybe a standout in there. All right, set season goal. I'm going to be ambitious here. I'm going to be ambitious. We won a Super Bowl. We have, I think, the most talented team. I'm going to say we're going to win the Super Bowl again. That should be the goal every year. I mean, unless you're like truly know that you are like in rebuild mode. We are going to keep auto-generated rookies. Do we have to do the scouts now? Is that the next step? Yep, we got to hire and assign scouts. Okay, we got a media interview. Let's see what we got. Who are we talking to? Going into the season, what area of the team is the strongest? Probably our defense. We had the number 1 defense in the league last year. We didn't lose any starters, and we added some more depth with some exciting young rookies. If the defense is stronger, what part of the offense worries you? None of it. But I'll say the passing attack because we had the number 1 rushing attack in the league. So that's not a worry. And we made our offensive line better in free agency. Shit, I missed the question. I'm going to say the QB. We need consistent quarterback play. Yeah, he's basically a game manager. What would successful season look like statistically? 35 pass TDs or 4,000 passing yards. I'm going to go for the passing yards just because when we get close to the goal line, we run the ball so effectively that Joey Hawley gets a lot of red zone touchdowns. So let's just try and get some yards through the air. We do stretch the ball down the field. We get lots of chunk plays. So 4,000 yards is attainable. Okay. All right, so we got the whole scouts thing we got to do. First thing we got to do right is fire everyone. And then one thing I know that we're going to need to look for is probably another corner. Michael Carter is getting older, and he's going to start regressing fairly soon. 2 QBs in the top 5, a left outside linebacker, right outside linebacker, and the left end. Outside linebacker is a little bit of position of need, so to see some outside linebackers up here is really nice. And I don't see a corner. Oh my goodness. I know that we reduced the strength of the corner position because there would be like a corner, like multiple corners in the top five every year. And there was basically like an 80 plus overall corner in every draft, which I don't think is realistic. But this is a really shitty one. This is a really bad draft class for corners. Um, we might have to look elsewhere. It looks like outside linebacker is has a lot of prospects and defensive end. Again, we maybe outside linebacker. We just don't need that. So, all right, we'll see. All right, region breakdown. National wide receiver, quarterback, and outside linebacker. Okay. So let's see. So we need a 3-star scout that has outside linebacker, and offensive tackle, outside linebacker, defensive end. That's probably the best one for the class. All right. So our national scout will be outside linebacker, defensive end. He will be our national scout. Okay. In the West, outside linebacker, right tackle. We don't need tackle. We don't need receiver. So I'm going to try and find outside linebacker, corner. And we're looking for a 1 or 2-star outside linebacker. Corner is ideal. Outside linebacker, safety, but I think it said that safety was a weak part of this area. Just doesn't look like there's an outside linebacker corner combo. So I guess we'll go outside linebacker and defensive end again, just because there are so many. I know there was one somewhere, right? Offensive line or outside linebacker. The end. There we go. All right. So you're out in the West. Congratulations. Central, wide receiver, left end, and safety. Okay, so maybe we go like safety corner or something like that, or wide receiver corner, but definitely not prospects. If we can get a 2-star corner something, I'd be fine with that. Oh, corner and safety. Sure, let's go with it. Okay. And this was central. All right. So now we need northeast. I guess we're going outside linebacker and defensive end, I guess. Or actually, let's go outside linebacker safety. Maybe we find a good another, because we really don't have a ton of good depth at safety. We did just draft a safety, but he wasn't very good, and there's really nothing special about him. So I would be interested in drafting a quality backup safety. All right, so that was northeast, right? Yep. So last thing here, southeast, we got tackle, and running back. We definitely don't need a running back, or maybe we do. We don't have quality depth at running back. We have running backs; they're just not great. Um, and since we did turn up the sliders to have more injuries, we might need a backup running back. But defensive end definitely looks good, and offensive tackle looks good. So maybe D end and offensive tackle. There we go. And this is the southeast. All right. So we got all of our scouts assigned. Pretty heavy on offense or on outside linebacker, defensive end, and safety. So, I mean, we're in a great position where we don't have big needs in the draft, so it's not as consequential. All right, let's do our weekly strategy and get into a game finally. We know the drill: contain QB scramble, and blitz counter is just what we're going to do every week. All right, so focus players. I definitely want to work on Graham. I like the left tackle. We'll also do the rookies with hidden dev, which is Bartow, Rodriguez. Who else do we have in here that's young? Hmm. Can't believe he's only 23, already 87 overall. I guess we could do some defensive back drills. We'll try that. And oh yeah, we need Dakota Boss to get leveled up quite a bit as well. Oh, and our yeah, so we'll take out Jawan Beasley and Dakota Boss is going to be. Where is Dakota Boss? Was he injured? I bet he got injured. We did sim through the games. No, he's not injured. We do need. This is so stupid. I don't need free agents. I do need to switch because of the stupid bug. I do need to switch to the backup QB so we can do offensive line drills. So where's Dakota Boss? Why is he not? He's there. Okay. Maybe I already had him as a focus player and I just didn't realize it. I could just be an idiot. That could be a thing. Blitz counter. Graham, Simmons, Bartow, Rodriguez. Okay, yeah, he's right there. Dakota Boss. And then I think we need to also work on the outside linebacker, Deacon Fields. Star Dev, he's still pretty young, and he needs some work. All right, so we do. Okay. All right, let's get to it. Trying to think what we do with Graham. He's definitely like, it's just a matter as if we're going to put him in the slot over Malik Neighbors. And it's like, okay, we want Graham to get some action, so putting him in the slot is a good way to add some volume to his reps or whatever. Get him some more catches. The problem is that Malik Neighbors is a 99 overall, so like why would we make our team like why would we put our best player out of a position and make plays? Sure. Just for the sake of getting a younger guy some more touches? I don't know. I think it's still worthwhile to just keep Malik Neighbors in the slot, have our best players in the best positions. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, Simmons, he's big, he's strong, he has a lot of potential. But just thinking about that left tackle that we wanted to draft that had 80 acceleration and 80 speed. Like, imagine him out there pulling on screen passes. He would have been amazing. I guess if we wanted to, we could be just really, really greedy and just offer the Saints everything to get him, but just not worth it. If we were desperate for like a starting left tackle, then I would say we would do it, but instead I'm just going to complain about being an idiot and not drafting appropriately. All right. I always forget, like, how much there is to do before, like, you do the free agency, you do the draft, and then I just, like, I think, like, oh, you're just going to, jump into a game. I forget about all the training camp drills and scouts and all that. It's nice because it is nice in a way, though, because it actually makes the off season feel like there's more to it instead of just like, oh, I'm going to buy this free agent, I'm going to draft these players, and then it only lasts like 30 minutes. Like, for how long a season is, if you play every single game, like the off season should take you a couple hours to get through, I think. Like, I like that it's in depth. I'm sure if they keep advancing this like storyline narrative in franchise for future Maddens and it gets better, maybe we'll see some better storyline creations in the off season. Like for year one, like the game itself, once you get the sliders down and everything, it plays really well. Like obviously it's never going to be perfect, but I don't feel like I get like maddened a lot. Like I feel like we have the sliders in a really good spot. Once you lock those in, the game plays pretty well. And I like the idea of having advanced storylines on players. But, you know, it's an iterative process. They'll build on it from year to year. So hopefully we'll see a better iteration of those next year. I think the thing is like a lot of them just don't make sense. Like, trying to think of a good example. Like, I don't think a reporter is going to ask you to, like, say how many wins you're going to get in a season. I don't think any head coach is going to be like, I'm going to guarantee 8 wins this year. Like, every head coach is just going to say their goal is to win the Super Bowl. Like, that's what they always say. The ones with, like, wide receivers demanding, like, 20 rushes a game or in a season, that doesn't really make any sense. Like, receivers may say, I want the ball more, but they're not going to say, I need X amount of rushes. It's a little silly. And then you'll randomly get some that are about like you'll draft, say you draft a wide receiver and he's like a 70 overall, and then you have your starting wide receiver is like a 90 overall. There's no way that you would start the rookie. And it's like, I heard there's going to be a position battle. And then you say, no, there's not going to be a position battle because that's stupid. And then the game's like, oh, minus 15 morale to all of your players because you don't want to have a position battle. Or maybe you do the position battle and it's like this person won, even though clearly they did not win the position battle. I don't know. It's all kind of silly. So hopefully it gets better in the future. But we finally got through all of our drills. Let's win the turnover battle. Let's get some yards. Let's get into a game. All right. Are we going to start seeing some more injuries? Okay. Dislocated wrist from one of our backup middle linebackers. Okay. So an injury, but not one of consequence. And then offensively, no injuries. Okay. All right. So I do just want to highlight this again, just so in case you're curious what sliders I use. These are just trial and error on my part. Although I do, Mat 10 has really good sliders. You can just Google Mat 10 sliders. So we saw the CPU, like every quarterback, just completing 90% of passes. So our coverage is up. Their QB accuracy is down, pass blocking down, catching down. Run blocking is actually up because I want them to run the ball more. Ball security is down because there should be. Actually, I want to turn ours down too. Like there should just be more fumbles in a game. I might turn down those a little bit. Tackling down, accuracy up a little bit. So I turned up injuries from like 25 to 50. And I moved offsides, false start. Holding is up to 65. Defensive pass interference is up to 65. So those are the sliders. I'm curious to see. Hopefully, we don't just see like too many injuries. Like some teams get decimated with injuries, but hopefully it's not like ridiculous. But if it is, we'll keep tweaking it. But we'll go a whole season with just a few injuries. Oh, why? Silas Rodriguez, 4 upgrade points. He must have had a crazy. He must have had a crazy preseason. All right, we're going to invest all of these points into Speed Rusher because we want to be able to get after the quarterback. Like I said, control the line of scrimmage. All right, so right off the rip, he goes from 69 overall, nice, to 74 overall. Block shedding at a 73 needs to get better, but 84 finesse move, 79 tackle. He's already looking solid. We might move. I don't want to. Taven Bartow. What do we want? Oh, his deep route running is already 80. I'm actually going to go slot because this will just get his overall up faster, I think, by upgrading his short and medium route running. Maybe not. His overall hasn't gone up at all. There we go. Nice. All right, so catching's up to a 73. Short, medium route running are absolutely terrible, but he's fast. He's really, really fast. Dorian Graham with a couple upgrades. See, I know we were working slot for him. That's what I'm thinking is like, because Malik Neighbors is so good deep down the field, even though he's not super fast. So trying to get Dorian Graham to be like our underneath slot, like short to medium route guy with a bunch of speed and athleticism, I think would be a big win there. Fields. I mean, the way we ended up playing defense towards the end of the year involved a lot of just linebackers and coverage. So that's kind of what we've been focused on. So that's what we'll use our 2 upgrade points on with Deacon Fields. His block shedding needs to go up a lot. 86 zone, 75 man. We can start investing some points into having to be a much better run stopper. Hutch, let's go. I guess we'll start doing like field general. Okay. It's still kind of crazy to me he's only star dev. Oh my goodness. So many upgrades. Braxton McKinney now up to a 94. Crazy. Stump. Let's see. We'll get his zone coverage up a little bit. He's so close to a 90 overall. We've been working for a long time to try and get, a true lockdown outside corners. Ooh, we get an ability slot for Pritchett. Let's see. So blockers with this ability will frequently attempt and win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs when playing as a lineman. Okay. Blockers with this ability start every new blocking encounter with built-in resistance. And blockers with this ability reduce a rusher's chances of using a quick. All right. Ooh, during pre-play, players with this ability will highlight any oncoming blitzers. Okay. A lot of these are really good. That's only blitzes on 3rd and 4th down. Let's get, let's do pass protector. So run protector and pass protector, I guess. Sure. Let's see. Ramirez. I think we were working on his power. +3 pass block. Nice. All right. We just have a couple more starters we need to get through. Theo Johnson, vertical threat. I saw a +4, but I didn't see what it was. Dakota Boss. Get him a power rusher. And then we'll do, I guess we'll just go accuracy. It's fine. Okay. All right. The rest of these guys are all backups, so we'll auto upgrade all of them. And now finally, we can get into a game. All right, so the start of our dynasty is going to be a Thursday night primetime game versus the Dallas Cowboys, classic division rivals. Squad's getting hyped up. Can't have the music for copyright reasons. All right. This would actually be a good Thursday night primetime game. Amazon getting their stuff together. All right, and the 2028 season number 5 of this rebuild is now underway. Let's go. Baker Mayfield is now the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Let's do what we did a lot at the latter half of the season last year, which was coming out in our base 3-4, cover 3. That's a really good run to start. We didn't really take a look at this Cowboys roster to see who we're going to be playing. Got to make sure to get our starter quarterback in. So Baker Mayfield, 33 years old, is now the QB. Alfonso Davis, a rookie. He's got okay speed. Might see Tommy Thurman as well. They still got CeeDee Lamb, Matthew Hatchett, third-year player, 86 overall, and John Mechie. Jake Ferguson, superstar X Factor tight end. Then they have really good left tackle, really good. Wow, they have a really good offensive line. I thought our offensive line was good. Ours is still better, but theirs is pretty darn good. Micah Parsons at right end, of course. Aaron Boston, second-year pro. And then we got Chop Robinson. We got Ted Potts. Tuli Tupolotu. So, yeah, this is a Trayvon Diggs and Darius Jackson. This is a pretty good Cowboys squad. We might have our hands full today. So Dallas, after that first down run, is going to go to the air. We're all over CeeDee Lamb. Manages to get 6 there. I guess if you have a good enough offensive line, it really doesn't matter who you have at running back or QB if you can protect them. Do a good job there. They only gained 4 on the play. And now we'll see a 3rd down and 2. They're going empty, so we'll pass commit here. Pass over the middle. Big hit by Taylor Bowden. But Hatchett holds on. And that is going to be another first down for the Cowboys. What if we get a little blitz action going? Maybe get some pressure on Baker Mayfield. All right. We did just that. Flag on the play, though. Roughing the passer. So that is one of the penalties that we increased, because you do see that frequently in an NFL game, and that's what we're shooting for here. Dakota Boss comes off, and I'm assuming ends up tackling him like way after the ball is out. That was a stupid play. So, unfortunate. Uh-oh, but down goes Baker Mayfield, and he fumbles the football. Taylor Bowden in on the linebacker blitz, causing the fumble. Team showing out. They see Bowden. Baker's just not holding on to that football. It's like he stretches his arm out for some reason, gets knocked free, and the Giants recover. And now we will see Pat Hutchinson and Joey Hawley. Superstar and superstar X Factor players taking the field for the Giants. And if you don't know, you got to know we run the damn football. That was our identity last year. We led the league in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. And so that is what we will try to do today as well. Do you like to use play action off of this as well? We'll streak Graham. That is a really bad throw. We did have a penalty on the play. I think that one's going to be holding. No. Roughing the passer on the Cowboys. We're definitely going to accept that. So, how bad was it? So we upped it a little bit. We've already seen 2. And yeah, that's tough, because Micah Parsons, he hits him, but he doesn't actually tackle him. We may have to turn down roughing the passer a little bit if we're getting calls like that. because I mean, yes, you do see. You do see, a couple roughing the passer penalties in a game. A lot of them, some of them are really soft, so I don't know. Maybe that is really accurate. I don't know. Malik Neighbors crossing over the middle. Good throw and catch there for a first down. Hawley wide open in the flat, and absolutely no one covering him, but momentum takes him out of bounds. Basically, he's just going to end up being basically just acts as a first down run. Had a blitz on the play, so we went to our quick option underneath in Dorian Graham. And now 3rd down and 5. We utilized the screen game a lot at the end of last year and had a lot of success with it. As we see a Cowboy down on the play. Yeah, towards the end of the year, we were running, probably five to 8 screens a game, and had a lot of success. There was one game where Hawley had like 250 yards rushing and like 150 yards receiving. It was diabolical. It was just one of those games, though, where every time we ran it, it just went for big play. Try and throw it up for Neighbors. I mean, that was really good coverage down the field. Now we find ourselves in a 3rd and long. We go to Johnson, makes a catch and gets a couple yards afterwards, but unfortunately does not get the first down. So here in the final minutes of the first quarter, we'll put up a 43-yard field goal. Sanders is right down the middle. And we capitalize off of the Baker Mayfield fumble. Pretty good return there. Cowboys are going to start on the 35-yard line. We got to Mayfield last time on a blitz. I think we're going to start off with the blitz here on first down as well. It's a run. Force them to the outside. And we have another flag. Tyler Smith, the left guard with the hold. We'll accept that and go first down and 20. So already seeing the impact of upping the sliders on the penalties. We've seen 2 roughing the passers. We've seen a holding. And I think here on 2nd and long, we're going to send another blitz, leaving our corners on an island. It's a run play, and we have it stopped up. Only a gain of 1. Now 3rd down and 10. We'll go to our max cover package. We'll pass commit here. See what the Cowboys do. They go underneath. Good coverage there. All right, so a slow start to this one. First quarter, only 3 points between both teams. Dallas is making us work for it. We haven't broken off any big runs. Passing game's been okay. They read our screenplays pretty well. But I think we are going to keep. I think we're going to keep in the shotgun and look for looks like this. No one in the middle of the field. Opportunity for us to get our run game going by using the pass game to open up the run game, as they like to say. And if we got opportunities like that, we'll take them all day long. Get Dorian Graham on the quick out route, trying to get him more involved, get him some more catches, get him some more touches. That's why I've been working on his slot abilities so that he can, get those short routes. And I smell a big play here. Let's see if Dorian Graham can get a step. He does, but he drops the ball. Dorian Graham, 97 speed, blazing fast. We get him. We get good coverage, or we get the coverage we want. Really good ball by Hutchinson. And now we're going to go do something we don't normally do, which is run the ball to the right-hand side. Get really close to the first down there, and I'm going to be aggressive here. I am going to be aggressive. We have a 6'6", 200-something pound QB. We have a really good center. We're just going to go straight forward, and they're going to say he didn't get it. Why? Oh, man. This is like one of those ones where, like, it's just you're going to hike it, and there's just an animation. You can't really do anything about it, so you can't really just press forward, but ends up the defensive tackle comes in, pinches in, disrupts the play. Hits him in the backfield. I guess we should have tried to run off the right side of Ramirez instead of the left. We end up running right into a pinch. So really aggressive play call right there. And hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. It's a run. We were blitzing right at him. And that is a one-play touchdown for the Cowboys. I mean, based off the way that play went, it wouldn't have mattered if they were on their own 30 or R3. They were scoring a touchdown. Untouched for the score there. We had the blitz on. The only, the bad part about that is if you can get the runner past the run blitz, there's not a whole lot of people there because they're all past the line of scrimmage. Ends up being a big play. All right, so Dallas strikes back. We still technically have a possession up on them. Nice run there by Holly. Continuing right off where he left from last year. Bad throw on the run, under pressure. Uh-oh. There's the big play we like to see from Holly. He's just so dangerous out in space. And that is why we run the ball so much. Not sure what happened there, but whatever it was, it didn't work. Holly's in the zone now. Uh-oh. Is that going to be a holding? Another roughing the passer. I mean, of course we'll accept it. I just want to look at it, make sure it wasn't just like we're not getting ridiculous. Yeah, we're going to have to turn that down because there's very little contact and we're getting those calls. I mean, it's hit both teams, but it's a little too soft. Even though the NFL is pretty soft on QBs. And by pretty soft, I mean ridiculously soft. We needed to be a little bit better than that. Are we going to get a holding here? Yeah. So instead of 3rd and short, we're going to be looking at 2nd and 10. Uh-oh, Theo Johnson, great catch there. And a broken tackle. Only 50 yards in this first half for Hutch so far. Would like to see him have a better start, but we've gotten gifted plenty of yards on penalties so far. And we might not have to worry about it here. It's going to be another holding. Yikes. So our second hold of the drive. That's tough. That's really tough. Luckily, we have Malik Neighbors. He's able to get that catch for a first down. Another flag on the play. Oh my goodness. And now we have our first injury. Dorian Graham, dislocated shoulder. Oh my goodness. So we're putting up about 75 yards on this drive, but we just keep getting pushed back. Beautiful throw there from Hutchinson, but Theo Johnson drops it. Just dropped into a bucket there. You can't really ask for a better screen pass or a better throw. But Johnson making a diving attempt. Ends up dropping it. Pretty good screen set up there, but Holly just can't run away from the defender. There's the 2-minute warning. And let's see. I mean, 3rd and goal from the 12. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get it in here. That's what she said. Oh my God, please don't be another holding. They're showing Thomas, that means it's going to be a hold. All right, so we're probably going to have to turn down the holding penalty a little bit. This is a little bit too ridiculous. That's our 4th one on this drive. I mean, 3rd and goal on the 22. There's really no point of taking a shot at the end zone. So we'll just run a screenplay. It's covered up well. And we'll have to settle for another field goal. Kick is up and good. All right, so that was a really long, really frustrating drive where we probably went 75, 80 yards and still couldn't get into the end zone just because we kept getting sent back with tackles or with penalties. Luckily, the Cowboys have only had one big play. And that was a 30, 40-yard run that got them into the end zone last time. Let's see if the Dallas Cowboys are going to be plagued with holding penalties as well. No, it's going to be a roughing the passer again. All right. So penalties are going to have to come down a little bit. Because right now it's like if you even touch the quarterback, you get a penalty. And I mean literally just touching them. We're not even coming close to tackling the quarterback by any means. As Baker Mayfield's going to run the QB draw. It works though, surprises the defense and gives the Cowboys a first down. Still 2 timeouts, 50 seconds left. They try and go with the draw. Ojolari's all over it. No gain on the play. Still no timeout. Now we finally get a timeout at 40 seconds. There's Ferguson. Gets them into third and short. Time is ticking. Still no timeouts. Let the clock run down. 7, 6, 5. They're going to have to go to the... Wow. So Baker Mayfield evading the sack, throws it away with 1 second left, and they're going to get an opportunity at a field goal. I guess really good awareness from Baker there. Good internal clock, recognizing there's only a second left. Throws it away. Although I don't think there was a receiver in the area. But heading into half, Dallas is going to, after that 3 points, is going to head into halftime with a 4-point lead. We do get the ball first. If we can just minimize our penalties, I think we'd be fine. But right now, I think we probably have 60 yards in penalties. We've had 1 touchdown wiped off the board. Maybe if we just start going with like some straight ahead dive plays instead of like zone stretches, we'll see less holding calls since we're not trying to get to the edge. I mean, it's working. 2 run plays, a first down, and no flags. I mean, what an amazing run that's going to come back for another hold. My God. Theo Johnson with his second hold of the game. Is there any way to adjust these? We cannot. Yeah, holding, I turned up way too much. Okay. Kind of weird that they would like show you what they are, but you can't edit them. All right, that's okay. That's okay. We got to remember Graham is out of the game as well. And hit as he throws. Luckily, that one was not ruled a fumble. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Look at that! No flags! Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt. Oh my God. I was just waiting for a flag. But good protection, good time. Hyatt just absolutely cooked right off the rip. We give him a shot. Beautiful ball from Hutchinson. And Giants are going to take the lead. Whew. We really needed that. We really needed that. After just seeing a myriad of holding calls, we finally got a touchdown that wasn't called back. And now we'll see what the Cowboys offense could do. They drove down, got in position for a field goal. At the end of the first half. Let's see what we can do here. 2nd and 6. Short pass over the middle. It's going to be good for just enough for a first down. We're going to try a blitz here. Short throw over the middle. I don't think this is going to be a holding. I think this is going to be, yeah, that's another roughing the passer. All right. Yeah, these penalties are getting a little absurd. We're doing our best to try and make sure that the game feels as realistic as possible. So I wanted some more penalties, but we definitely have way too many right now. Baker Mayfield under duress. Throws it away. Blitz getting home there. Good to finally see some pressure on Baker. There is another short pass over the middle. There's Okereke again in coverage. We're always right there. Let's set this to, let's see, not curl flats. Let's set our hooks to 5 yards. Try and eliminate some of these. Oh my God, what a run. What a spin move. So our number one run defense is kind of getting cooked a little bit. We're facing a really talented offensive line. We also upped the run blocking for the CPU and put those two things together, and you see some old school Dallas Cowboys football here. Alphonso Davis with his second rushing touchdown of the game. I feel like it's been feast or famine for the Cowboys running game. It's either, 1 or 2 yards or 10, 15 yards. We haven't seen a whole lot of in between. Also have not seen many holding calls on the Cowboys offensive line. Let's see if we can get our own offensive line going. Holly has been really good, but he's had some incredible runs, but there's not much we can do if every time we try a stretch play, there's a holding penalty. Does it tell us game stats? Team stats? Is there a penalties? Yes, we have 9 penalties for 105 yards so far. Yeah, that's not good at all. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is, again, we wanted more penalties for a little bit more realism. I mean, it's a hold, but we've had like 2 or 3 holds every single drive. That feels a bit excessive. Might have a good quick shot here to Neighbors or Hyatt if this is going to be a blitz. Oh my God! What a catch by Malik Neighbors. I mean, I can't run an offense. Every single play is a hold. My God. And I can't adjust it in game. So I'm just we got to take another look at that though. What a catch from Malik Neighbors. Beats his man off coverage. We try to throw it like to his outside shoulder. Ball kind of, I mean, that's where the ball goes, but he just jumps up over the back of the safety. Just what a catch. And to have that come back is just unbelievably frustrating. Might have Hyatt again here. Off the tip. No dice. I think maybe if we air that one out just a little bit more, might have had an opportunity, but oh, hit as we throw. I mean, this is actually our first punt of the game, surprisingly. But we're now going to be up to, 130 yards of penalties. And Hutchinson hurt. We're going to keep him in. We're going to have to figure some out. We really need a defensive stop here. Good play by Okereke. Keeps the gain minimal to only 4. If we could get another sack, that would be huge. And so that's a quick out. Broken tackle. And a big play down the field. Another run. Hopefully this will be a hold. There we go. So now the Cowboys finally get hit with some flags. And wow. Absolutely busted coverage. Just no one there. I mean, That's where, like, I hate that. Okay, whatever. We'll have to change that back after this. But they've been just throwing short, so we had our linebackers creeping up. We're going to run commit here. It's a play action. Cowboys are going to take an 11-point lead. I mean, I think without all the penalties, this game is probably tied or we're winning. But all these holding calls, we just can't do anything. It might seem crazy, but we know that Holly can bust huge plays. So, oh my God, it's another holding call. So we just can't run zone plays right now. It's also incredibly disproportionate, right? We have 11 penalties for 122 yards versus 4. I mean, I guess sometimes you see that, but there's no way there would be this many holding calls. All right. There's the end of the quarter. And give High another chance deep down the field. He just kept getting bumped. I thought eventually he was going to break away. But no holding call. Let's see if Malik Neighbors can catch another ridiculous one. No, it is intercepted. He had his man beat. I think that was actually the other corner covering the outside receiver that got that. I mean, what are you going to do? Every time we run the ball, it's a holding. So I feel like this is going to be a yeah. Oh my God. So that's the roughing the passer. Okay. I thought that by turning it up, you would just start to see more, like more defenders just like actually like hitting the quarterback late. Instead, they just make it where like any contact becomes a defensive or a personal foul. So that really sucks. But we have an opportunity here to stop the Cowboys. And we have plenty of big playability on our offense. Okay. They'll go for another field goal. That would make it a 2-touchdown game. It is up, and it is good. So now a 2-touchdown game with 5 minutes left. We have to have a scorer here. I think we can win on these quick out routes and whatnot. Okay. Tough one there. I mean, it's 4th down territory. Let's see if we can just get an easy one on the ground. All right. We need some bigger chunk plays, though. We really need some chunk plays. Let's give the rookie a chance. Let's give the rookie a chance! Bartow! With a bomb! The rookie, Tavon Bartow, one of the fastest players in the draft. We got 2 of the fastest players in the draft. He was one of them, Bartow and Lamb. And he's just faster. He's just faster. Good ball from Hutchinson. And now we definitely have life. 27-20. Pretty much all of our success has just come from chucking it deep. Like I said, we cannot run a stretch play, otherwise we get a holding call. And that's what we are best at. So that'll back up the Cowboys. And as it is only a 1-touchdown game, you got to think that they would be willing to put the ball in the air. Another run play. Stop it for a short gain there. Another zone stretch play. We're there, but Davis goes over 100 yards on the play. Part of the reason why we were so good at stopping the run last year was just because we were often ahead of our opponents. And so we were just often able to force them into passing situations. But here, actually down late in the game, not able to do that. We've definitely held Baker in check. Only 150-ish yards, 175 yards, something like that on the day. It's really just been the run game that's been so effective. We're actually going to call our first time out here. See if we can stop him here. And then we'll also have the 2-minute warning as basically a free timeout instead of letting them just run it down to the 2-minute warning. We'll see how aggressive they're going to be. Over the middle. Please don't be a roughing the passer. Oh my. Oh, dude. I mean, that's probably going to be the game. I'm not even sure I want to look at it, but we're going to anyway. I can't pick the player I want. Okay, here we go. So throw, and then, yeah, I don't really quite understand the logic of that from in an injury timeout. Jacob Ferguson headed into the locker room. We'll call another timeout here. Again, if we can stop him on third down, we'll basically get a free timeout for the 2-minute warning. And we did stop them. Holy cow. Now, the unfortunate thing is that they're going to be able to kick a field goal, which is a 2-possession game with 2 minutes left. It's up, and it is good. So that's probably the dagger right there. And unfortunately, this drive kept alive by just a ridiculous penalty. I mean, it's my fault, right? I turned up the penalties, but I just thought we would just see, oh my God, that we would just happen to see like defenders like actually committing a penalty more frequently. Instead, it's just if you literally if you touch or graze the quarterback after he's thrown the football, it's just an automatic penalty. So my bad. I just didn't know that's how the sliders functioned. Kind of dumb, but we'll adjust it after this game. It's frustrating for sure. It's very frustrating, but there's just there's nothing we can do about it. We're going Malik Neighbors all the way. He's got a step. All right. Well, I mean, we get the quick score that we needed. But without any timeouts, We're going to be forced to go with an onside kick. Let's try strong onside, I guess. We're going to go for a... I guess a low kick. It's free! And we recover! We have life! I didn't think that went 10 yards. But I guess the Cowboys player maybe touched it. So we kick it right to Mechie. I mean, a wide receiver. He just can't pick it up. And we recover. I don't know why we couldn't keep running with it. But we can tie this game. Or win. What a crazy turn of events. Now we got to remember we only have 50 seconds. But we got Jalen Hyatt, and he's been amazing. It's supposed to be the sophomore receiver, Dorian Graham, but he's out with a dislocated shoulder. What a throw, by the way. Neighbors has a step. Oh, that was a pretty good ball. We also can't lose sight of the fact that a field goal ties. But we got the rookie, Bartow, with another shot. He just cooked off the line. We throw it up to him, and the go-ahead touchdown after the onside kick. I mean, he's got 5 yards of separation immediately. The track team. And now we are going to go up by 4 points with 34 seconds left. And when it seemed like all hope was lost, we get the onside kick. And the rookie with his second long grab of the day. All right, you got to know we're just going to go basically just like prevent defense right here. Guard over the top. Pass commit. And Baker Mayfield hit his he throws. Azeez Ojulari. Bearing down on him. They go over the middle. Take their first time out. 20 seconds left. Uh-oh. Full shot over the middle. Another timeout. That's not good. Baker's played a heck of a game. Oh, no! And just the worst defense I've ever seen. Mechie, who was the one who caused them to miss the onside kick, catches that one, just runs right in front of the safety. He takes a horrible angle. And our defense just absolutely shit the bed right there. I mean, we pass committed. We were guarding over the top. And we just got absolutely cooked. We're going to give Bartow another look again. It's going to be a hold. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just have to hope one of these guys gets open. And we're hit as we throw. What a way to lose a game. Absolutely heartbreaking. Not a bad game from Hutchinson. 19 of 33. Would have liked a little bit more efficiency. We threw one pick just trying to get the ball deep downfield when we were behind. But he goes over 300, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Baker Mayfield was almost perfect. 80% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, no picks. We didn't have a lot of pressure on him today either. Alfonso Davis ran all over us. Hawley had a really good day, but we just couldn't keep using him because every time we ran a stretch play, it was a holding call. And I mean, like, literally every time. I mean, the big story here was Tavon Bartow. It doesn't matter. 2 catches for 99 yards. He just absolutely cooked. Hyatt had a huge game, 2 for 86. Neighbors had an insane catch that was brought back, so he probably should have gone over 100. Defensively, 11 tackles from Okereke, 11 from Bowden. 2 TFLs for Ojulari, Bowden, 1 for McKinney, 1 sack. Baker could have gotten sacked a lot more, but he ended up being able to get the ball away a lot. 1 pass deflection only, and 1 forced fumble by Bowden on that sack. But the big thing that really hurt us today was penalties. 14 penalties for 162 yards. I got it again. Like, we turned the penalties up because we wanted a little bit more. because we typically only see 1 or 2 penalties a game. If that, most games there'd be no penalties. And it was penalties on steroids. So, after winning the Super Bowl, we lose the home opener in insane, heartbreaking fashion to our division rivals. Before I forget, we're going to edit these sliders down just a little bit. Where are sliders? Am I stupid? Oh, franchise settings. Okay. I don't remember what they were by default, though. What do they have on Mat 10? Let's see. I also like they have physics-based tackling as a slider on here, but I don't see it on here. So holding they had at 50. So we'll start there. Face mask at 95. False start 65. Offsides 60. Offside 60. False start 65. Holding 50. Face mask 95. Defensive pass interference. We didn't even see one, so. And roughing, oh yeah, roughing the passer. Hey, babe. They had at 40. Okay. So we'll try those. I just wanted to see, like, probably 2 or 3 holding calls a game, not 3 every drive or more. And like 1 or 2 roughing the passer calls every game. All right, we'll start with that. But that'll be it. Tough start. Heartbreaker. I mean, but the Cowboys are a really good team. Definitely no reason to hit the panic button, but I think we'll be okay, and we'll see how we go from here. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.